Hello, it's Andy Prothero from PCR Global. Just a few minutes on a management system standard called ISO 45001. Before we do that, what is a management system standard? So I'm on the ISO page here. What is a management system? Always a good place to start. A management system is the way in which an organisation manages the interrelated parts of its business in order to achieve its objectives. So it's all about objectives going forward. Where are we going? And it's about managing the interrelated parts of the business. So if a business is made up of, it could be obviously marketing, finance, sales, operations, delivery, call it what you want. The management system standard will generally cover that, especially if we're talking about the one we're going to talk about, which is ISO 45001. Really important to note here, when many people request us to give them assistance with ISOs, then they really do think it's all about documentation. Documentation plays a part, but you've got to bring the documentation to life. Okay, so I'm not going to labour the point. Now we're going to drive down here quickly because this is something that is important. ISO management standards and the concept of the harmonised structure. So the old high-level structure. Let's listen to this. ISO management system standards are among the most widely used and recognised documents published by ISO. They include 9, 14, 50, but also 45, which we're going to look at. One of the fundamental principles is that all standards can work together. This is because of that harmonised structure. Those who already use a management system standard in one part of their business and are considered implementing additional ones in other areas will find the process has been made as intuitive as possible. This is down to the harmonised structure, context, leadership, planning, support, operations, performance, evaluation and improvement. So we are now going to dip into ISO 45001. I am on 2 minutes. I only want to do this for 5 minutes. Let's have a quick look at that harmonised structure. So I'm going to put myself over there. So let's get straight away. Context, leadership, planning. Let's have a quick look at that. The context of the organisation. We have to work out what is the external and the internal context. There are other videos I've got that cover that. The needs and expectations of workers and other interested parties, all included in the context. This could be your stakeholders, people who have a say or can impact the organisation. External and internal, so that's people, the internal context as people as we know, multitude of areas within there. The scope, where is it going to cover? This could be the geographical scope, but also the scope of what you want to be certified for. Moving swiftly on, context, leadership. This is really an important part. This is where you've got your commitment. You've got to evidence that. How do you do that? Your policy, identifying the right roles, responsibilities and authorities, accountabilities I like to add as well. And specifically for 45, especially I should say, consultations, which involving them. We're on 3 minutes. Planning, this is where nitty gritty. This is where we get down to the nitty gritty. We're looking at the risks, opportunities, determination of legal and other requirements, what some people will call the legal register. At the end, we've got the evaluation of compliance. Setting your objectives. What are we going to do? Strategic, tactical, operational. Who, what, when, where, how are we going to do it? Really important. Support. We're really looking to competence, awareness, the training, comms, internal, external, and that ever important documented information. How do we control and document that information? Version control, X, Y, and Z. Ops, operation planning and control. In here sits that procurement piece. Always and management of change. Remember, with procurement, we need to be making sure that people we are using are up to speed. Again, we should be doing that due diligence. Very important. Emergency preparedness and response. 8.2, not just internal when you think people think about their fire, but if you're working at height, how do we get people down? If we're operating in hostile environments, threat assessments, responding to that, very important. 4.5 minutes, 30 seconds left. Performance evaluation. This is now we're going into, are we meeting, plan, do, check. Are we meeting what we say we're going to be meeting in some of the objectives? Monitoring, measurement, analysis, that evaluation of compliance. What we identified in legal and other requirements, how are we evaluating that? At least once every year, I would say. Should be more. Internal audit program. We're going to say what we're going to audit. We're then going to audit and we are going to produce some evidence. The management review. where we talk and we bring everything together and we look back at those objectives and then we set them going forward. Improvement, basically plan, do, check and act. We're acting on that. We're looking at our incident, non-conformity and corrective action, CAPA some people would say, and continual improvement. Context, leadership, planning, support, operation, performance evaluation and improvement. The harmonised structure, high-level structure of ISO 45001. 5 minutes, 22 seconds. You should really understand that now. Thanks for watching.